Now from the 12 News I-Team, a controversial recommendation aiming to slow the spread of the coronavirus among Arizona's inmates. Former Arizona judges, attorney general, and other leaders are urging the state if they should send nonviolent criminals back home. The I-Team's Bianca Bono has the report for us tonight.
It was an issue of addiction, right? And he was never offered any sort of treatment, and it escalated.
Zamia Mossman's husband ended up behind bars.
He is in prison for pawning something that was reported stolen.
Her husband now in the Florence prison, 6 years into his 11-year sentence. Zamia says he has asthma and fears for him as the coronavirus continues to spread. According to the Arizona Department of Corrections, 124 of the state's 41,000 inmates have been tested as of Friday afternoon, and 22 are confirmed positive.
We are still ahead of the curve, and I think that gives us at least a few days, if not a week or so, to get ready. And frankly, we'd be foolish not to take advantage of it.
Former Arizona Attorney General Terry Goddard, one of several top former legal officials, urging state leaders to release enough nonviolent inmates to meet CDC social distancing recommendations. This letter warns of disaster without aggressive changes.
It is an urgent situation, not just for the prisoners, obviously, but for the guards, for the corrections officers, whose safety, I think, got to be our primary concern.
Concerns echoed by immigration advocates.
Trying to create an environment of social distancing within a facility like that is next to impossible.
Immigration attorney Ruben Reyes has recently visited all of Arizona's detention facilities, where so far 8 detainees have tested positive in Florence and 6 more in Eloy. Across the country, ICE releasing nearly 700 detainees, but Reyes believes more needs to be done.
How many could qualify for release with some kind of monitoring? A majority of them.
But Governor Doug Ducey saying the release of inmates in Arizona is not happening.
We're continuing to focus on protecting public safety, and we're not going to be releasing any prisoners at this time.
Leaving families like Zamia's feeling helpless.
My fear for a long time has already been death.
And the Department of Corrections has suspended visitation and paused some routine movement of inmates, but has no plans to release them. Bianca Bono, 12 News.